the entire sentence is underlined here, which means we can directly work with the answer choices. Now we can see that each of these answer choices has rephrased the sentence in some way or the other. In such cases, we may be generally tested for analyzing the construction of the sentence or which of these in fact convey the apt meaning. But one thing that we can see is that there is this common logic that these points were discovered in 1932, and I would like to point out that a couple of answer choices, C and E, use the present perfect to say that they have been discovered in 1932. If we are talking about the year 1932, then obviously this is the past, and the usage of present perfect would be absolutely inappropriate here, so C and E can be gotten rid of. Now in the other answer choices, we do not have the present perfect form. In A, we have were discovered, which is the simple past. And in B and D, we have discovered as a past participle modifier. And these could work. So in the rest of the choices, we see that there is no trigger to apply any of the 7 concepts. So we can definitely check for construction and meaning. And in D, we have a major construction issue. It starts off with this modifier, sphere points, blah, blah, blah. These points, even though named for something, but were found. Notice the presence of even though and but in 2 consecutive clauses. This is one of the most common mistakes I've heard from non-native speakers of the language, that they add 2 contrasting transitions in one sentence itself. For example, even though he studied hard, but he failed. This is absolutely invalid because even though is already doing the job of conveying the contrast, or but on its own is doing the job of conveying the contrast. So putting them both together would be very, very redundant. So D can be eliminated. Now between A and B, we can see that one starts with even though and the other starts with although, but they are kind of interchangeable. So let's see what exactly we are dealing with here. So even though these points, and we have a modifier which is describing these points, have been found in certain places, they are named for the place where they were first discovered. So this indicates proper contrast. We can definitely hold on to A. Now B shifts that logic in a very awkward fashion. So it starts by saying, although named for this place where they were first discovered, these points are certain points which have certain characteristics. So if you judge their meaning, although they were named for this, these points have certain characteristics. The word although is used to convey a contrast, but there is nothing contrasting in saying that they are named for a certain site and these points have these certain characteristics. So that's totally illogical. B goes off. Our right answer choice is A itself.